Do, 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 do. Hmm. All right. For anybody who's gonna watch this on the replay, I was very determined to edit a video today. Um, that would be more focused on the build and how it's going. But this morning I was like, I have the catalytic converter, or thought I had the right one, and I had a guy lined up work. So I thought it was gonna be like super. I was like all geared up this morning to take this thing to a shop and get it installed in the truck. As you can see, I'm holding it in my hand, so it was not installed in the truck. Oh, people are popping in. I'm starting to see the numbers go up and the thumbs up. Some people think when I go live to talk about sort of things that are going on in my life that I'm doing it for money. But especially in this case, I'm not. One of the real, well, I honestly never go on for money. I've never asked anybody for any money. Like, if people have helped me, great. I don't consider it anybody's responsibility but mine to help me. But at the same time, since I got the box truck, some people have thought I was an idiot for getting it. And other people have thought that it was a huge mistake to get it and get rid of the van. And other people have been like, my screaming is bad. Am I screaming? Maybe you mean streaming. I don't know. Other people have gone, wow, I never thought of box trucks, and are now thinking about them as a platform. And I'm not the way I was earlier, but for people who are thinking about getting a box truck, I think this kind of information about the hurdles that I've run into with the box truck is important. And one of the weird things about the box truck is, as far as like the cab, and what it says on the title, it is a Ford E350 Super Duty van. That is how it is titled. It's a cutaway van. And for people who don't know how box trucks work, basically it's this: they take a cutaway van, and then what they do is a completely separate company adds the box on the back. That's why you can have the same chassis and on like a U-Haul and a moving truck and a Penske truck, but the actual box is different. I'm seeing that my buffering and streaming is bad. And the reason why I'm talking about all that is because I'm running into a big problem with how California categorizes my vehicle as far as what is a legal catalytic converter for my truck. Now, Carolyn is her actual name. Carolyn is a person who reached out. Ooh, I see myself fading out on the front camera. This is bad. It says the video is clear. Your audio is clear, the video's a little wonkier in there. I'm wondering if I should just try a different device. Keep going, it's okay. Audio is good. A little static. This makes me wonder how it looks. Okay, so what I was saying is California is having issues, at least to the sources I'm going to, about how this truck is actually qualified. Like, it's a van, but the engine number on the sticker that should tell me what catalytic converter is compliant there seems to be conflicting information about what is actually true. The small guy, the guy at the muffler shop, and the person who I got the converter from, all of which should be official legal sources, none of them can agree on what is actually a compliant converter for my vehicle. so when I got to the muffler shop, guy looked this, and so then I went to a small shop, but he was like, "Are you sure your truck doesn't have 4 catalytic converters?" And I'm like, "No, it has one. Like, I'm pretty sure it had one." And he's like, "No, it's impossible. If you have this model of truck, then it must be this." But then my engine number didn't match what was in the computer. I see. What does the DMV say? On the DMV title, it is a van. But that has nothing to do with the catalytic converter that will actually allow it to pass smog. As crazy as that sounds, which is why just looking up the year, make, and model of the truck was not enough. It has to do with all this information that's compatible with my truck. But what California has listed seems inconclusive and conflicting at best. So long story short, the guy at the muffler shop was like, he could not install this particular converter. And so then I recontacted Carolyn, who works at a muffler shop in California, and she's like, "No, it is compliant." And then the small guy who would be the guy to sign off for the DMV on what's compliant or not was insisting my truck was something that it's not. And so the people who have the ability to look up all the information on my sticker and tell me what's okay for me to install on my truck or not, the people who will check off on the DMV that it's okay or not, seem to have conflicting information. Don't have your hand in the video because it's working too hard to focus on your moves. Okay, I'll do that. And I can't seem to turn off the autofocus on this camera. I'm going to try to sit as still as humanly possible. But it sounds like this video is going to look horrible. I am really sad that I didn't get to edit a video today because my whole day has been taken up with checking and cross-checking information, trying to figure out what is actually compliant and legal for me to install on my truck. I don't think it's the connection. I honestly think it's the camera in this phone. And that I should have just done this on my laptop, but my laptop's not charged, and I'm not quite sure where the cord is, and it was getting pretty late. Like, for people who aren't in my time zone, it's pretty late. So yeah, I'm seeing like, sorry, let me put my hand down. I'm seeing like all kinds of like messages and referring to them. DMV compliant is all that matters. Yes, the problem is I have 2 people who are supposed to be the verifiers of the DMV that have conflicting information. like if I had like what am I thinking of? A Prius. It's very clear. It seems to be very unclear that about this truck because of how it's categorized. And there's one that he's like, you could get this one, but it's just gonna cause, I'm at a decision point of like, I could have the shop buy a catalytic compliant, which is possible. So before I try to put money into a converter directly through the shop, I just want to be super sure that he knows what he's talking about. And I'm not sure I'm in that place yet. So yeah, hang on a second, guys. I'm having problems. Give me a second.